Galaxy Trucker 2nd Edition was published in 2021 by Czech Games Edition. It was designed by Vladimir Hvatal and illustrated by Hvatal and Tomáš Kučerovský. Czech Games Edition provided this in exchange for an honest review. In it, 2 to 4 players race to build cargo ships that will withstand whatever the Galaxy throws at them. Ships have to follow placement rules, no pieces immediately behind engines or in front of lasers, and construction rules. I reviewed the 1st edition back in 2017 and link to it at the end of this video if you want to learn how to play. I'm going to focus on the new things in this video. The biggest changes are the trucker title tiles earned after the first flight. Before, you were rewarded for the best looking ship if you have the fewest space-facing connectors. Now, you're rewarded in different categories. They give some credits, plus a goal to work towards. If defended in the second flight, flip the tile. I'll talk about this more later. At the end of your final flight, count your credits. The player with the most wins. To break it down, draft tiles to build ships, gather loot, and, most importantly, survive. That's Galaxy Trucker 2nd Edition. Give yourself 30 minutes per Galaxy Trucker flight, including setup and takedown, especially with 3 and 4 players. The third flight may take longer. Once everyone knows the game well, you may be able to squeeze in a play on weeknights. The game is now designed for you to play as few as a single flight, or as many as 3 in a single setting. I personally think this is best with 3 players. The game has a lot of luck in it, and depending on how the cards come out, player 4 may miss out on a lot of cargo. With 3, there's enough movement and cards that some will miss out, but you still have a chance. It feels like a bit of a fairness in design that is designed to be unfair. With the bits, player areas, and central tile spread, you need at least 3 feet by 3 feet. Additional players need additional space. The rules are simple enough for an experienced 8-year-old gamer to get, but the ability to plan for all possible outcomes during a real-time race to grab and check tiles may overwhelm many young kids and grandmas, or at least mine. I started playing this when I was 7. If your kid watches my videos with you and joins in a lot of your game sessions, let them give this starting game a try. You might be surprised. In our third game of Galaxy Trucker 2e, the first flight was pretty uneventful. I ended up claiming all 6 of the trucker title tiles. We posted the image over on Twitter at cardboard_kid so people could make fun of my parents. Anyhow, in the second round, Dad kept flipping engines, I kept flipping cabins. Mom found everything she needed. The second flight was huge for her. In the third round, we were assaulted by asteroids, pirates, slavers, and everything else horrible that the galaxy could throw at us. Somehow, we all made it. Well, I gave up because I didn't want to entirely lose all I had, seeing as my engines were knocked off. Mom and Dad pushed their luck and made it to the end. Even harder to believe was that Mom defended her trucker title that I had given her. Dad ended up winning in a very close game. Like many 2nd editions, Galaxy Trucker's new edition adds a bit of polish and small things to make it an upgrade. The main tiles aren't changed that much, but the graphic design of them and the cards make it easy for players to know what's happening. Always important in a real-time game. Or partially real-time in this case. The reference booklet is incredible. Once you've read the rulebook, you'll probably never need it again, thanks to the graphic design and reference. Although, like in all CG rulebooks, you might want to flip through it once in a while to enjoy its sense of humor. The biggest component change comes to the boards. If you, like us, had a few expansions, you know that most of the box was just ship boards. Well, they're now foldable and double-sided. 3 ships on a single board. Pretty cool. This saves a surprising amount of space. We still need confirmation of what expansion bits are compatible with this new edition, but there's space in the box, despite being smaller than the first edition, for a handful of additional components. The biggest gameplay change is the streamlining of the flights. One complaint we saw, and sometimes had, was the amount of luck in setup and takedown time for a relatively simple game. Now that you can basically play in 30 minutes, me and this will hit the table more often and in groups of different skill and experience levels. The biggest addition are the trucker title tiles, and they're my favorite part of the game. Everyone has a chance to claim in the first flight. If you collect multiple, you choose one and distribute the others in whichever way you want. You can give away the difficult ones to Grandma and Mom for a fun bit of chaos. If you defend the title, meaning you fulfilled the requirement in Flight 2, flip it to the gold side. It's more challenging to defend again, but the reward is greater. I'd love a CG made the Chugger title tiles and reference booklet available for those on a budget. Everyone knows sci-fi is calm and without danger. Alien and Star Wars prove this. Well, you may be surprised to learn Galaxy Trucker can be very stressful from the real-time draft to the decision making. Do I give up crew members or save them in case of slavers? Should I lose a few days to grab that cargo from this planet? Should I block someone from grabbing the cargo from this planet? I've talked about this a few times now, but the luck of the tile hunt, cards, and dice mean that many will hate the randomness and chaos of this. Then again, it's many people's favorite game and has been going strong for almost 15 years. Think about yourself and your group before grabbing your hat and flannel jacket and hitting the open space road. Galaxy Trucker 2nd Edition is a tile placement game with multiple phases, a real-time draft, and then a push-your-luck survival mode. If your 1st edition is getting worn though, maybe pass it on to a friend so they can see what it's like to helplessly watch all their hard work go off in flames, and then pick up this excellent 2nd edition for yourself.